Welcome everybody once again to, guess what? Disco Elysium. Now, we were supposed to go to the coast, but I realized, you know what? I forgot to talk to Joyce again. We did talk to Ever, so I might as well talk to this capitalist lady once again.
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
By the way, I talked to Everett Clare.
You have? And how did you like Mr. Clare?
I didn't. He's a beautiful man, beautiful and just. Everett Clare is a hero of the working movement. He is the champion I sworn fealty to. I am a communist. Again, he's a bloody rainbow socialist. I can do business with him. For a socialist, he is reasonable. He's not the champion I have chosen. I wish to swear fealty to you and the cause of capital. It's not important if I like it. I was doing my job. It's the hero of the working movement, sure.
Huh.
Yes, I have chosen his side in the class war. My loyalty does not have a price and is non-negotiable, sorry.
And here I thought my modest payment of 130 real would stick.
She shook her head in mock regret.
In all good humor, that was a donation. It has been registered and it will yield you no favors. Another thing, the position of my unusual colleague does not reflect official policy. I hope you understand. The RCM does not pick
Yeah,
sides.
I'm just making talk.
Of course. And I don't expect you to share anything he told you with me. I'm not a corrupt verm myself. However, if you felt like discussing something, how could I stop you? Are we not human? Are we not curious to hear another person's take? It's only natural. We would only be gossiping.
Sure, I like gossiping.
Intellectually speaking, it would be quite interesting to hear what she has to say about these things.
Some of the lag has returned. I'm not sure why. Okay, we have 3 points. I think we can afford to put like 2 points and keep 1 in the back. I'll keep 1 suggestion. Authority is always a good one to have. And I'll save another point just in case I need to either put something for a speed check or I need to open a thought cabinet.
Yes, your disgusting necktie agrees completely. Let's gossip.
That money you gave me, wouldn't that make things weird if I share information, I mean?
Weird? Oh no. One of the positive things to come from the revolution is the unhindered exchange of information, you see, even when it comes to trade secrets. Which isn't to suggest our talks constitute corporate espionage. Even if they did, it would be fine. But they don't, since you logged the money as a donation, and this is clearly just gossip between friends.
The lieutenant might have, but I don't remember you logging anything as anything, Harry.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, I'm not telling about my gun. I help him turn up the heat on the borscht.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
Why is he lagging like this? I apologize. The cook make it to keep the strikers drunk. Help them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
No, you misunderstand. I turn the knob like this. Turn the heat down.
Beyond curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down. For the sake of our professional relationship. And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else?
He asked me to open a door.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
Don't answer that, sorry. What is going on? Computer, behave properly. This is not even that heavy a looking game. No, I mean like a real door to someone's house.
Oh my. A real door.
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
It had to be done. I got information. It was useful to the case.
That's good to hear, Detective. Police work is rarely pretty, but it sounds like you did what you had to do.
Her bartering mind cannot fathom that you didn't ask anything in return.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was it illegal, and it was not for nothing.
It turns to you.
This seems serious.
I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Alright. The Union militant wing organized the lynching. Again, I'm just gonna be honest. I want the most information out of it. If there's something outrageously stupid or something, I would be like, I'll withhold that. But for the most part, I'm a pretty open book. Like the gun, that's beyond a bad look for me, you know? The Union military wing organized the lynching.
Yes, that's the talk about town. The Hardy Boys, they're called. Find the name rather amusing, honestly.
Everett says the Wild Pine sent mercenary after the Unions, and now one's dead. Though we kinda knew this already, from you, even.
Misinformation. This is all because we haven't shared information on the lynching yet. See? Already the adversary uses it to their advantage. Don't let him. Hurry up on that probe. The moment you tell me you're finished at the traffic jam, I will gladly tell you the company's side of the story.
She must really want you to look into the drugs. Otherwise,
I already did.
She was worried for a moment that she's overplayed her hand by not sharing info sooner. Then she settles down, curious to hear more.
Everett asked the Union militant wing to fully cooperate with the investigation.
How benevolent. Hopefully they'll help you sort this whole business out, if they haven't already.
While we appreciate your assistance, ma'am, I'm afraid we can't discuss the specifics of an ongoing investigation with you.
That is only fair.
I said all I can.
Well, I hope it yields something. Otherwise, you'll have opened that door for naught. Anything else?
I told him about the mercenary tribunal. He didn't seem too worried.
Brinkmanship or saber rattling? Was he surrounded by Union men he wanted to impress?
No, it was more like he wanted things to get worse. In secret, of course.
We were alone, and he seemed very sure of the ability to keep things. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. I think he wants things to escalate.
Or he wants you and me to believe he wants to go to war.
Fair point.
Of course, brinkmanship takes showmanship. We should have seen it before, in his office. He might well have been performing for us.
There's always that risk, ma'am. But if I may offer my opinion...
Of course, Kim, put your opinion out there. I want to hear yours.
He means it.
Kim's right. I'm pretty sure he means it.
I'll think it over, Detective. Thank you for relaying this information to me.
She tries to hide it, but some great doubt is spreading within her. There is a crown slowly cracking above her head.
What's this great doubt you're talking about?
You can't say, only that she's hiding the magnitude of it from you.
Yeah, we already know about the mercenaries and how they want to escalate the thing. So we know that this is probably going to happen unless we stop it. But if that's what everyone wants, then yeah, it's a problem. Mom, everything is alright.
What? Yes, of course. Everything's fine. Perhaps there's more gossip you'd like to share.
That's all I got to say.
What you've said is quite enough. You've given me a lot to consider, and may have helped me prevent this conflict from escalating.
Hear that, hero? Feels good, doesn't it? You should relay confidential information more often.
True. He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
To a nameless settlement down the coast nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
She looks over the bay.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
He wants to build a youth center there for the children of Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
Her eyes run across the water, remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
Yeah, I mean, it's not, again, that's outside of your business? I mean, no business, I mean, like, the company is one thing, but this is like something outside of that, So, I don't know. You're quite fond of the village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
So you've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sound like you missed those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She tosses her head. You probably didn't party as bad as me.
Oh no, she's sentimental, all right.
Well, if you say so.
I'm over-radiated, Detective. I do silly things sometimes, out of pale-related sickness. Like, take this job. The moral of the story is...
So it was a factor in her coming to Martinez in the first place. Interesting.
Do not spend 22 days a year in Pale Transit. Don't waste your 20s slumming it with your stupid friends. And don't deliver Everard Clare's mail.
Her bony finger is pointed like an arrow to your chest.
Are you satisfied, Detective? What else can you tell me about your mail delivery quest for Everard? Do you think it will improve the place?
So you're sad you can buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. Should something come up later down the road, don't be afraid to drop by for a chat.
We might.
Until then, is there anything I can help you with?
Wild
What
Pines.
There
Is
was a
there
touch of discomfort. She nods.
Strike.
Of course.
The scab at the gate. Did you put them there?
The scabs? You mean the huddled masses of Jamrock come to plead for work where the Union refuses to? Yes, they were organized by Wild Pines. The contractors picked them up from Jamrock and drove them over. This is standard practice. The company reserves the right to man its stations.
Yeah, bad
Of
practice.
Don't tell her you've met Everard right away.
Yeah.
This time.
Take me about the lynching. Anything
Of
new
course.
about the lynching?
Anything to...
No.
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad...
How about
Your
about
lessons in
reality?
basic reality?
That's okay.
Glad
now.
to have been
Okay.
of his-
Well, good enough for now. Okay, now let's go to the ghost. Alright, time to cross the river, finally. Feel like it's been forever. The radio relay hums with electricity. 55 cents, appreciate it. New pieces of equipment, no clothes. What do we have here? Traffic beyond the gate, more abandoned motor lorries. Alright, we need this. Yeah. The sign said no entry. Someone scribbled an inverter star on it. Jamrock Biker Cop Sonnies. Alright, let's buy that. I also buy this dynamic windbreaker surf. +1 composure, keep you cool, and reduces 1 shiver. Weatherproof. This nylon wind cheater is so dynamic, it wrapped around you like a membrane. Equipped with a stowable hood, the backside of the garment is covered in sport and summer-related text. It swishes softly on your walk. I don't know. I have so much trouble reading that. Holy shit. Jamrock Biker Cop Sonnies. +1 empathy. Feel the streets. -1 logic. Leave the reason behind. For taking your Hamlet Ryox supersonic out of a rye on the street of Jamrock, where your heart is buried. Okay, very flamboyant and philosophical about that particular little thing. Alright. A bracket box appeared to a radio pylon above you. Maybe there's something inside? Oh. Yes. 90 cents. Hey. Can't complain about 90 cents. Someone has broke down the fence and the barbed wire. Some stuff though. This is just a park. The swing is missing. No one's been here for a long time.
Rust peels off the bent iron posts of the swing. The wind whistles through the skeleton of the small house behind you. There's desolation everywhere. Yet someone used to live here, laugh here. Thought it was a good idea to build a swing, even.
What happened here?
In this yard?
The lieutenant looked at the small building. A flock of gray swallow taking off in the distance.
He's assessing the situation. How long ago was it abandoned?
Someone thought they could have a summer house in a bloc obscure, for cheap. It didn't work out. They abandoned it about a decade ago.
What is a block obscure?
A black bloc. A part of the city left unrenovated after the war. Or one that has fallen to gang violence. Or has become inhospitable in some other way.
On aerial photos, block obscures look like dark squares, hence their name.
So this part of the coast is a block obscure?
Practically, it's not an official term in any way, but look around. No sewage, broken power lines, crime, drunks. Life is tough in the blocks. It's no place to build a summer house.
Maybe they left something useful behind?
Yes, for you to scavenge like a post-apocalyptic scavenger who collects trash and errant magnesium blisters.
He gave you a weary smile.
It's not meant as nagging, just an observation.
And yet that observation felt surprisingly harsh.
We should move. I don't think we will solve the murder with forays into the urban hinterland, at least in this phase of the investigation.
50 cents. The wind is correlated by the 4-story building around this yard. Yeah, this is not a great place for a house. Glory, says the graffito, for the ghosts of all of us. One real and 20 cents. Incredible. Plastic chairs. Hey, we take those. Someone has left their music collection beneath a trampoline. Smallest church in San Rey. Oh my god. Hold on. The tape you found from a shack on the coast. The A side has smallest church in San Saint written on it, while the B side is supposedly to contain the instrumental version. Requires a boombox to play. I have one. I have one. I buy one.
The reels attached to the apparatus with a satisfying click. The tape is routed behind the magnetic reader.
Press play on tape.
You press the large button marked Commencer, and the tape starts spinning. There's a small delay before the song starts playing.
Press your ear against the speaker.
It sounds like someone's moving in the room, getting comfortable. Then the organ starts playing a simple, melancholic tune, echoing in the hallway. A lone singing voice joins in, telling you about the tiniest church in Cessons, surrounded by even tinier yard. You almost feel the seaside mist on your skin. It's mega sad. Within seconds you know, this is the one. The real shit you've been looking for. The one you trust your room to. This one tells it like it is. This is your tune.
This is my Bakamitai.
A click, then silence for a bit. Then the tape stops spinning.
Could I sing this for karaoke? I think I could sing this.
Of course you could sing this. You could take sad to a whole new level with this. And you already know the lyrics since you've listened to it like a million times. Yup, they're all here. All 3 verses. And
3 verses.
The B-side of the tape contains the instrumental version. It's like the world itself is telling you to do it. Only one obstacle stands on your way.
Nothing can stop me now.
Gart. You have to convince Gart to let you sing karaoke in the whirling. After you've won him over, you can express yourself. Let the pain out. Make everyone understand. The lieutenant watches you pack up the boombox. He doesn't say anything.
I mean, he used to my bullshit. So whatever it is. Pulling out a boombox is like the least burst on the birch tree. Barely audible coos come from above. With all the shit that we already had to put him through, you know, he's like, he doesn't care. He's like, he want to listen to a tape for like a couple of seconds. Hey, that's fine. A creaking ahead. A broken axle grind. A car. Banged up fuel canister. 1162. That's all. Let's check around first. A bottle. Drain it of his booze. It's frozen on the ice. And there's money here. 20 cents. Hey, 20 cents is 20 cents. 55 cents. 55 cents is 55 cents. The ice just off the coast cracks, shuffling. Alright.
A banged-up motor carriage lies half submerged in the icy water, slowly sinking into the Elysium Ocean. Only the cabin top, rear wheels, and the engine remain visible. It must be cold and lonely down there, in the icy water. Remember the tire tracks in Martinez? This is where they were leading.
So this is where all the tracks were leading to.
It appears to be so.
The lieutenant has a particular look in his eye as he inspects the wreckage. Let's investigate.
I agree. We should definitely investigate.
Lieutenant replies, his eye never leaves the sunken vehicle.
You get a sudden sinking feeling. Stomach acid comes up as you look at the motor carriage in the deep, dark, cold water. Why the doom and gloom? It's just a sunken motor carriage. Some motor carriages are bound to end up in the sea.
Yeah, this is our car, by the way. We fucked up the car, just like we fucked the rest of our lives. Run your hand over the cold metal.
The motor carriage is properly stuck in the ice. Getting it out would require a team of specialists.
What is the make of this MC? Can I see a logo? Jesus Christ.
The logo is too deep in the murky water. You can't make it out.
How long has it been
The
here?
ice hasn't closed around the vehicle yet. My guess is it's been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
The
Right.
estimate is correct. The incident probably occurred on Sunday evening.
Well. Looks like Jacob Earl's journey come to an abrupt end here.
Your mocking tone finds no response, but the motion of the waves.
Yet another case of the engine displacement triumphant over the driver's IQ. Sure.
Yes. Clearly, this is a triumph. I'd say the vehicle has been here since last Saturday or Sunday.
What should we do?
Let's wait for the low tide and see what's inside.
Great idea. Then we can get the things inside. The joyrider must have left something good inside. Guns, papers, maybe a cool jacket. A joyrider jacket.
Jesus Christ, Logic. Come on, put it one and one.
A joyrider jacket. You feel a strange connection to this joyrider. Maybe he's from some kind of joyriders district and likes blue and white racing livery, like a cop would.
How long will it take for the low tide to come in?
I don't know. An hour or two, tops?
Okay, yeah, it's not too late. Sit on the swing and wait for the tide to recede. We'll do it now. I could try to
As you
maximize
sit
and maybe
down
do it
in the
another
old,
for the
rusty
night or
playground,
whatever. It's
the
fine. I'll
world
do it now.
around you becomes very silent.
Yeah, the swings, just chilling.
The
Two bros
hinges
chilling.
creak under your weight, dangerously so. Nothing but the sound of seagulls high above in the sky, echoing like distant laughter.
Drama.
Ice cracks
Medium
around the blue
10.
motor carriage in
Whistle
the
a
sea.
tune. Very high. We're our cup. So we're like.
Spit flies
Are you
from your
fucking
mouth
kidding me?
to your
Come on.
moustache, your chest, the ground before you. No sound though.
Raining heavily here, Chief. Mind keeping it down a bit?
The lieutenant must think it's rather funny. He smiles and quickly turns away.
Keep blowing.
That's right. Just keep at it. It will come to you.
He's gloating at you. Oh, it's so easy for Mr. Teacher. With his lips puckered, the lieutenant lets out a beautiful melodic trill that puts even the insulindic thrush to shame.
Damn.
You hear the sound echo on the large body of water. Clouds race across the spring sky, and suddenly you just feel better about
I just hear my brother in arm, my compadre, whistling a beautiful tune. Everything just feel correct, you know.
Okay. That's way better than what you did. The clouds pass in the sky, and the shadow of the swing moves like the hour hand on a timepiece. 30 minutes have passed. Looks like this might take a while. Time to present a good topic for discussion.
So what should that also, points to the eyes? Dude, you don't do that. Would you rather sit in an anthill for an hour or stand in a river of liches?
Well, historically, leeches have been used to prevent and even cure many ailments.
Okay, he's thinking. I can do this. Let's do this. Who'd want to sit on an anthill? There are no therapeutic benefits to... Well, napalm ants, for example, are used in some rites of passage rituals. Clouds on the horizon grow darker, and the shadow of the sunset keeps climbing.
Chilling
You hear
conversation.
the distant rumble of the city. 30 minutes pass.
If you had to side with either the strikers or the shipping company, what would you choose?
Luckily, I am already a member of an independent organization, and therefore do not have to choose between a rock and a hard place.
But I understand. You're saying you're siding with the Union.
Your voice echoes on the water, strange
why not?
and out of place in the environment. 30 more minutes pass.
Hey, the water's almost done. Can you make out the market now?
Detective, I've been able to make out the mark ever since we arrived. I find it odd that you haven't. It's a Coupris, Model 40.
His eyes turn to you.
It is a simple and rugged machine, favored by working men, government offices, firefighters, animal control people. You know, those kinds of people.
Oh, he still refers to when we fucked up talking to our compadres, you know? Squint your eyes and said, "Is that a number on the side?"
Yes, 41. What do you think it stands for?
It's as if he knows what it stands for, but wants you to say it. It's pedagogical. Does he know something about that speed racer?
41 is his rank in the underground street racing hierarchy. Rubs your chin. Small fish, this one.
But it could also be the number of a police precinct. Precinct 41. Your precinct.
Finally.
A massive pit opens up in your stomach, and the most terrible feeling comes over you. No. Just nope. Say no to this, Harry.
No.
Yes, your car is in the sea. Face it, so we can start dealing with this.
No, it's the street racer.
There were never any street racers. It was always you. You drove your car in the sea.
But Jacob Arrow.
The lieutenant just shakes his head.
Oh my god, it's mine! I drove my car into the sea?
I'm afraid so, yes. It looks like you started it in front of the whirling, jumped over the canal, and then drove your vehicle in the sea right here.
I mean, maybe it was in pursuit of someone.
Of whom? I don't think so. If anything, you were probably drunk.
That's the most probable theory. How do we get it out?
Detective, we don't. A rescue operation really isn't viable at this point.
So it's just gonna be like that?
I'm afraid it will have to be there like that for many years. Look at it. Parts of it might be salvageable, but overall, this machine is a write-off.
They're not gonna take me back after this, are they?
People are more valuable than machines. Training a police officer is even more costly.
Yeah, I don't know how. I mean, I've been training. You've been training me, and I've been doing alright. The badge, the gun, now this.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and doesn't say anything. There is also a fourth thing you've lost.
A fourth thing?
More precious than the gun, the badge, and the motor carriage combined
Oh, don't
Lost
even bring my
forever.
ex to this.
into the deepest
Well, at least I can
seas.
see what's in there now.
Yes. Let's go take a look.
Sure, let's go. We got Our badge! RCM badge Lieutenant to Jeffrey Du Bois. Whatever that means. RCM Commander's Jacket. It gives me 1 Spirit of Corpse and Visual Calculus. Well, what does this give me? A Spirit of Corpse and Shivers. I think I'd rather have the Shivers. Close. I'm still gonna check it just in case. Spirit of the Corpse, United in Black. And 1 Visual Calculus, Sharp Eye. A black uniform jacket with RCM signature, white rectangles on its right sleeve and back sides. Letters inside the collar read, Lieutenant 2 level. The jacket is on an exceptional quality, other than some minor wear and tear. Cool. What is this? Banged up fuel canister. A dental stainless steel canister for transporting and storing heavy fuel oil. A logo on his side had been partially stripped over years of use. The government issued red dye and fuel oil inside. Looks like paint, though it smells much, much worse. Well, we know what we need to do. This is my badge, finally! Thick blue piece of acrylic covering a thin leaf of paper with the officer's name and rank on it. Next to the writing, you see a man stare back at you. A younger version of you, already disintegrated inside, but still presentable on the outside. Well, we can interact with it.
A police badge on which you see the photo of a man. You. Some seaweed is stuck to the back.
I found my badge!
At least something good came out of all this.
The lieutenant glanced at the badge in your hand, and I should report this, by the way. Study the badge.
Encased between 2 durable plastic sheets is a bluish card with lines of information, and a watermark in the shape of the street grid of Revachol West. You see a photo, a name, a rank, a document number, the date of issue, and, in the lower right corner, your precinct.
Look at the photo.
The man keeps winking at you with his green-gray eyes. The photo is old, no doubt about that.
And that all me, more beautiful, more handsome, more hopeful version of me is making fun of me.
But the badge is new. You used an old photo for a new badge.
That is kind of pathetic.
Good choice. A newer photo would look different.
Now that is sort of pathetic, right? You just gotta be like, especially if you want to identify yourself, you need a photo that looks like you know? How old?
8, maybe 10 years. The guy in the picture is rather good looking. He's got a nice haircut and is distinctly lacking in massive sideburns.
And he's winking. Why?
What do you think? His face is already contorted by the expression, although it looks less grotesque on him than it did on you.
So even back then, I still had the expression.
It looks like you had quite the charming face way back then. Your hair is brown and slightly curly. Your eyes seem more clear somehow. The lack of alcohol swelling is a bonus, though there's a pinch of that in your cheeks already. Don't be fooled. The bad times have already begun. The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching light. You see lines of information on it, and a shining watermark.
Name, Harrier Du Bois.
Harrier? That's long for Harry. So you are Harry. Evrard was half right. Probably not a lot of people know your full name. Whoever told him you're Harry Dubois didn't.
I like Harry, but what do you mean Harrier? Like hair?
It's a wartime name. Revolutionary. The kind mothers give their sons during troubled times. Like Undying or Boxer or Ironhide.
Ironhide is a cool name. Undying is a cool name. Boxer, not so much.
A name like armor.
Harrier Du Bois it is then.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Harrier Dubois.
He's not going to call you Harrier. He'll keep calling you officer when he's angry with you, and detective when he's not.
Good way to differentiate when he's angry or not.
The badge in your hands shines as you rotate it.
Oh, come on, I should have told her, well,
You see
pleasure to
lines
meet
of
you, Kim
information.
Kitsuragi. Wow. Rank Lieutenant to Jeffel.
Lieutenant W. Freighter.
What is a lieutenant double Euphrator?
The lieutenant is a rank above sergeant and below captain. It's the highest rank in the RCM that still does field work. I am a lieutenant.
And double Euphrator?
The title of Euphrator is added to your rank when you decline a promotion to a higher rank. In your case, captain. You have declined twice, thus you're double Euphrator.
That is a weird thing to say. Why would you put it? Why would you put it like that on the front? You know, I mean, it's good to have a like, oh yeah, this guy declined it twice, but why make it a title out of it? You know, a little weird. And I declined being a captain. I guess I thought I just couldn't do it. Decline?
There are many reasons one would do this. The rank above you in your precinct's décomptage might be taken, or sometimes promoted officers do not want to replace their superiors out of respect. And sometimes they just prefer the type of police work available to their current rank, in your case, lieutenant.
Heavy-duty case-solving machine.
What is a decompage?
Décomptage is the hierarchical system employed by the Revachol citizens' militia. It means counting down to twos.
The countdown is modeled after the dual leadership system employed by the left during the revolution, which in turn was developed by last-century experimental psychologists in the University of Königstein.
The lowest rank is junior officer, usually teenagers. Then there are the patrol officers, then sergeants, lieutenants, and then a captain. That's basically it, except for a few kings.
Sure, I got time. We're invested in this. What kings?
Kings like satellite officers and the additional Euphrator rank I already explained.
The long and short of it is, you're his superior.
Cool. What's a satellite officer? Officers.
You are given the title of satellite officer if your partner is quickly promoted through the ranks and you rise with him. You don't seem to be a satellite.
So you've been putting up with all of my bullshit because I'm your superior?
No, I've been putting up with you because despite an unconventional approach, you are doing good police work.
I'd say I do good work. That means a lot, Kim.
It matters more than driving your motor carriage into the sea. And now we've even found your badge.
He smiled encouragingly.
He trusts you for now. Try not to spoil it.
Cool. I thought my rank was drunk.
Yes, apparently you've had a rather successful career in the past, and this leads me to believe maybe your current situation is only temporary.
Thanks, that gives me hope.
Good.
He says with a quick smile, oh, this little small times with Kim means so much. Turn back to the document.
Such a small yet precious thing. Expensive paper caught between thick plastic, like a fly in amber. It reads,
Serial, RE-EB-126205 Jam 41.
That's just the serial number. Revachol, Jamrock, Precinct 41, with some numbers thrown in there for good measure.
the numbers are not there for good measure. They have an administrative purpose, one that's unfortunately been erased from your memory.
Again, probably not as important for me. Date of issue, 7 of November, 15.
4 months ago. I'm guessing that's when you were promoted to the rank of Lieutenant W. Freighter. A new badge usually comes with a new rank. You seem to have been doing well then.
You're pretty sure you weren't doing well, but better? Probably yes.
Definitely, yes.
A lot can happen in 4 months, especially
Wait,
in
that
winter.
photo was me 4 months?
The
I
winters are
fucked
never
up a
easy
lot in
on me.
4 months.
Of that you are sure.
I remember that time! That was a good time! We had a good work-drink balance going! What happened, man? Pump it up!
No! Precinct 41?
Yes, it's the designation of your precinct. 41. Like mine says 57. The 57th is mostly industrial harbor. A lot of asphalt. The 41st is...
He stops. Is what?
It's a tough station to work in. You have all of Jamrock to cover. That district should have 3 precincts, but money is what it is.
It's no wonder you are like you are, he thinks. But then again,
it's a legendary district, and a hell of a station too. It must be an honor and a curse to work with people like Price, McCoy, Berdiaeva.
Roberts, Feuerbach, Dimitri. Suddenly, names from your decomptage flash in your forebrain. And you? Is it an honor to work with you? Don't ask him, ask yourself.
I will say I make things interesting, and Kim itself said that I do a good police work, even if extremely weird work.
The badge in your hand shines as you rotate it, catching
Alright,
light.
put the badge away. Alright, I'll probably report it back once it's the night, you know? No real reason to immediately go do that. There's a boat tucked away underneath the tarpaulin cover. Footprints in the snow. They lead away from the incident, so I went over here. The underside of the boat has recently been teared. Oh, another point. Man, should I get another one of these? I'm gonna unlock one. I'm gonna unlock one, and I'll see what new ones do I get.
Great news. The boat is big enough for a grown man like you to fit underneath it in a supine position.
Wait, what would I be doing under there?
I don't know. Sleeping? What do people do under boats? This is merely a measurement from your visual cortex. Do with it what you want.
No, I'm not gonna sleep there. Fuck off. I got money besides, I just sleep in guards. You see a dark, rare chair in the dim light of the room. A cold breeze is enough to make the wall pranks creak. Postcard, Cold City 08. All photo. And a bow tie with 2 drum. Hey, that's pretty cool. Horrific Nectiles 1 Island Empire. Alright. Postcard Cold City. This is the city that Kim says is worse than here. This postcard depicts a forest of smokestack releasing fat plums of smoke into blue clouded sky. The thing of age, the color of all teeth, giving it a sickly look. Reading on the back is a single sentence, repeated twice. I go out. No address. Yeah, probably not a nice place to be. Theater kid, 2 drum. Bow nut. You're sure the wearing this tie is a statement. You're not sure what kind of statement though. Okay, well I know the statement I want to do, the one that implies drama speeches. So the broken glass, yeah, I mean I don't know why I even have to look from the outside, I already went inside. Sound of life in the north. A washboard scrub filth from fabric. Come on, game. What are you doing? Cinder block, share it. Makes a fire pit with magazine for
The
lightning.
worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench do not look overly comforting.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the murder. Let's go.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to pass the time when Lieutenant Kitsuragi is.
Okay, so a time for passing the time. Yeah, okay, we don't need to do that. The bushes are too thick and thorny to pass through. Jesus Christ, do I have to go all the way around for that? Whatever. What's in here? Alice Bausin, it says on there. Intercalary trousers, 1 to Kingdom of Conscience. Kingdom of Conscience. Moralist pants. Okay, so this is just pants. Tailored trousers in light brown, moderate in every aspect. They're absolutely unremarkable. In other words, perfect. You see a dust-covered linens, dried up till. Whether we find it here, I'm not even gonna try to finish that sentence. White curtains have been drowned shut. Not looking good. Quick travel unlocked. Fisherman's Shack. This is the little town that we got to do. Anything interesting around here? Construction materials. Whoever planned to build this house left in a hurry. 50 cents. There's a thing over there. What is this? There we go. More magnesium and more money. Cool. Hello. Washerwoman. The woman next to a bucket of clothes hums an odd melody. Her eyes are closed.
You're not sure about the melody, but it might be South Samaran, possibly Sigayan, also known as the apricot suzerainty.
Welcome to the fishing village. Please lean in closer. I have cataracts.
If you can see, then how do you know I was here?
I still have a golden ear. Come, come.
She beckons towards her. Okay, lean forward.
Oh, welcome, police officer. We don't cause any trouble around here. And we don't want any trouble either.
A shadow passes over her face. Not a friend of the police. More woman.
We are not here to cause any trouble, madame.
Trouble? Say the second thing, Bratan. Shows you got style.
We're cops. We're hell racists. Click, click, bang, bang. No, I'm not gonna say that. What he said. We're cops. We don't cause trouble. We take care of trouble. Ideally.
Oh, of course. Last time we saw you around here was 12 years ago. You also came to take care of trouble then. Wish you did. But still, in Martinez, you're considered an ill omen.
I've been here before?
No, not you personally. I meant the RCM. Some of the men got into a fight. One of them killed another, locked himself in that woodshed over there.
She points to the building behind her.
He was brooding, needed some help opening the door. You got it open for him and took him to think about what he'd done in a more secluded place, somewhere more quiet.
Oh, you mean prison?
She says it as if he was on some kind of spiritual retreat.
What kind of ill omen are we talking about?
Oh, the usual. Dark tidings. Black hound.
That's you, all right. A black hound licking your own heels.
If I'm considered an ill omen, I am totally an ill omen. I'm exactly what I've been telling everyone. The end is here. If I'm considered an ill omen, why hasn't anybody told me that?
Maybe they are afraid.
Why?
Because you're an ill omen. But you're still welcome here. As long as men with guns aren't chasing you. And maybe even then. Because that's the kind of fishing village we've built. I'm sorry there's not a lot of room to park the motor carriage. And not a lot of houses.
Well, we don't have to worry about that.
Or a lot of people. My kids are long gone, searching for treasure. So are others. Ah, look at me ramble on. What brings you to us?
Where could someone stay around here?
Stay? Most people here are trying to leave. That said, if lodgings is what you're looking for, I've got a free room in the shack.
Her soapy thumbs point to the building behind her. How much is it?
I won't charge you for it. Take it as a gesture of goodwill from the village to the RCM.
Hold on, you're just giving it to me?
No one is using it, and God knows it's not much anyway. You can stay there.
She tilts her head to the side, pondering over something. There's this guy, Carr, who makes me give him money every night just so I don't die out in the cold.
That's exactly how they get ya. That's why we built our own cinder block houses on the seaside. So we don't have to give money to those crooks. They might not look like much, but they are ours.
Yeah, as long as I don't freeze to death, I don't give a fuck. Wait, why isn't anyone using the room?
My kids grew up and left like they do. The house is long empty now. I live in the small side attachment. It's easier and cheaper to keep warm.
You seem like a good lady. Your kids should be taking care of you.
It's not that she misses the kids. They've been gone too long for that. But deep down, the old woman is incurably lonely.
Aww. You got yourself a tenant. Get keys to your new home.
Don't make an old woman regret opening her house to the police.
Try not to. I promise I'm in a better path right now. A key appears from under her apron. He handed it to you. Nice.
Well, if you are not in the hostel in the morning, I'll know where to find you. Here, in a shack.
He's a little relieved you're no longer in that room. Should he? This environment encourages one thing, and one thing only. Drinking.
I have a will of iron. I'm not drinking in this playthrough.
Finally, you have those lamos of Martinez off your back, Bratan. This looks like a great place to bring chicks.
Horrific necktie. What have we discussed before? Okay, What is in this fishing village?
Just us. It's barely a village anymore. We almost don't exist.
She sounds tired. Well, what do you mean?
This is pretty much a non-place. A gap, a blank spot on the map, just a cluster of nameless shacks on a nameless street.
The place is so pornographically poor, it's not even funny.
This place is pornographically poor. Should I say that?
The lack of wealth is the one thing we've got in abundance.
The woman smiles cryptically.
It's a cold, cynical smile.
Cryptically, whatever. Whatever, I cannot pronounce that.
Riddles. Fits with the general ambiance here.
Aye. Sometimes it's as though I'm also gotten lost inside this nameless nothing.
I'm lost too.
Oh, it seems to be a common theme these days.
I think I'm in the process of finding myself again.
Isn't that what people always think when they are lost? Something I can do for you to find your way, officer?
Well, there's gotta be something here.
Over there, you can find more of the same. Shacks and trees growing wild. That's the pox.
Between here and Jamrock, a dusty sea of old trees, all covered in industrial soot. Small houses under them, an overgrown park.
The pox? What's that?
An old military hospital and its surroundings. Or it used to be, during the time of the suzerain. After the war, it was turned into a goodwill hospital for shell-shock veterans and folks looking for some quiet in the old sanatorium gardens. Now the area is crisscrossed with nameless streets and makeshift cinder block houses. Shacks as far as the eye can see.
What happened to the hospital?
The goodwill ran out. The staff left and the place was shut down. It's long gone by now.
Shame. Who else live in this village?
Well, there's Lillian and her kids. A few new folks live in the house to the east, but they are away right now. And then there's the drunks. Not a pretty sight, but there's little we can do about it. Home is home, even for them.
What drunks?
Sooner or later, you'll see for yourself. Don't have to look long to find these guys.
Okay, yeah, we'll talk with them in another episode. Since I'm close to wrap it up. Is there a way to make a little money around here?
Here? For you? No, officer. The only money we have here is some coins the drunks tried hiding from their women and then forgot about.
Alright, this is another topic I like to discuss.
She nods, rinsing another piece of cloth.
What's further down the coast?
Not much. There's the abandoned church, the Dolorian Church of Humanity. It's been there since before my time, even.
And why is it abandoned?
Some things just don't fly, officer. Look around. Who'd go to church here? They built it 300 years ago. Must have been nicer then.
So, they don't hold services there anymore? The Ecclesiastes?
No, they've tried, but things just keep happening. Crime, accidents, other things. The place never stays open. It's a pity. It used to be such a nice church.
She's not telling you all she knows. Keep
Also, I wanted to comment. Why did King jump out at that? He was like, they're not doing the eclectices, whatever that is. I get the feeling that you're leaving stuff out. What else is going on?
Well, there's that music. Music from across the sea. It started a few days ago, and now it's blasting even through the nights. And now, suspicious-looking people are sneaking around the church. I don't like that.
Interesting. You could look into this ruckus if you have the time.
Yeah, we do have the time.
Perhaps the mysterious music is somehow connected to the case. A Rusalka or a half-demonic Apsara singing.
I don't think it's an Apsara. What else is down the coast?
Before you get to the church, there's some ruins. An apartment complex or some kind of electrical plant. Run-down bunch of houses.
Well,
Empty.
an apartment or electrical house.
I don't know exactly. A pre-war place. It used to be something. Before the war. I wasn't here then, you know. Was born in Samara.
Okay. Yeah, we kind of guessed right. Anything else of note?
Of note, the old fish market up on the boardwalk. But it's closed.
Who want to come to a fish market here?
No one. That's why it's closed. It was once a bustling place, back when I was young, and so was everyone else. Now, what catch we do bring in goes straight into a lorry for the Delta or somewhere else.
That's it. They gotta be more along the coast.
What? You're one of those real estate people with big plans? If you want a development opportunity, you can check out the abandoned building over at Land's End. Used to be a supply depot, we think, sending goods and ammo across the bay. It's jammed shut though. We tried to get in, see if there was anything to sell or scavenge, but it's impossible. And now you know everything there is to know about this coast.
He drops a bar of soap into the bucket with a splash. Okay, well, we know what we have. The couple of things that we have to look out for. Well, tell me about yourself. Who exactly are you here?
Me? No one. Just an old washerwoman. Mother called me Isabel, if that's what you're asking. And my married name is Sadie.
What are those different?
Now it's your turn, Mr.
Lieutenant Double Yefroy Harrier Du Bois.
Quite a handle you got there. So many titles. One of them double.
She's got a couple of ranks herself. Honored chief and so on.
I was has to get. Oh, so she has to sign. I don't know. So is this my house, quote unquote, now? You can see into the house from the village. All right. 50 cents. Go
The
inside.
door has seen better days. The layer of paint has started to peel off due to the salt and wind from the sea. Even the lock looks slightly rusted.
Unlock the shack door with the key.
I'll wait outside to give you some time and privacy to check out your new living arrangements. But just so you know, after we are done with the day, I'll still be staying in the Whirling in Rags for the night. We'll meet in front of the shack in the morning.
Sounds good to me.
The key turns with a satisfying click. You can enter the shack now.
Cool. Well, we'll visit my place and continue to explore the village and other stuff in the next episode. So thank you everybody for watching. If you enjoy the content, make sure to give a like, comment, and subscribe. I read all of your comments. I try to comment on all your comments. So please, yeah, we'll see each other in the next episode. This is Elysium. Bye bye.